What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Mitten, and this morning I am having a little bit of coffee. And it's been a very long time since I have actually uploaded a video, and I wanted to talk about a few things about Rainbow Six Siege. There's been a current update. The only real thing that we can actually see when it comes to a difference is, the Hibana special weapon charges that, those little pellets that she shoots on walls. A lot of glitches and bugs with that have been fixed. Apparently next week we're going to have alpha packs for PC. Probably, a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe even up to 3 weeks from now, we will have alpha packs for consoles. It's not 100% confirmed, but we do know that a week from now we will have alpha packs coming to PC. As soon as alpha packs do drop on the console, I will be making a video where I will be opening alpha packs to see if it's worthwhile. You've been spending a few dollars on them, seeing what the price range on them are and everything, and kind of do a little review on them and see if it's something that's actually game breaking or is it really worth getting. I believe that there is a way to earn them as well, or you earn renown to get them. So it's not just you don't have to pay money for them; you can just earn them basically. From what I know, it's cosmetic. Camos, gear like headgear, uniforms and such. So it's not really a bad thing. And of course, I am going to do the comparison to like Battlefield and Call of Duty. In Call of Duty, the supply drops. Obviously, they have melee weapons and ranged weapons. So technically speaking, in different variants of weapons, that's also extremely game breaking because some people will get weapons and some people won't. So I consider that game breaking, and I consider that really unfair and game breaking. And that's all I can really say about that. So supply drops, I give that a huge big, I cross that out. That's a huge big X. Fuck that. When it comes to battle packs for, like Battlefield 4, which I was a big fan of, which I actually did videos of in the past. God, I haven't played that game forever. I should definitely try going back and playing that game and see how that is, especially now. But in general, battle packs, like in Battlefield 1, those things are strictly cosmetic. They're not game breaking. They're just to make your weapons look really cool and shiny, and the earn rate for them are actually a lot better than most games. So I can't complain in that department. Now, comparing to alpha packs, I don't know the current earn rate for them, so I can't really speak about that. I know that it's cosmetic, so right there, automatically, it's not game breaking. I believe that it might be a little bit harder to earn these, at least as a prediction or like a rough prediction. And I also wanted to say, I know this video is kind of more on the side of, like a long side. It is a little over 15 minutes, but I had a really great game and actually did pretty well, and I was the MVP. And when I have a game like that, I thought, why not upload and do kind of like a subtle commentary talking about things that, just kind of like impromptu, just kind of like my thoughts, nothing staged, nothing planned, just to talk about things. I haven't really had a chance to play Hibana since the update that was that we received as a community yesterday. And I do follow some of those bigger YouTubers that for Rainbow Six Siege, such as Icy Cat, and that's where I learned about the fact that alpha packs are coming to PC next week. And I thought I should at least mention that in my video. I'm still trying to, honestly speaking, the one thing that I've never really figured out when it comes to YouTube is how to properly, if you click that little icon where it shows, in the description, it will show all these, extra details that all these YouTubers have. That actually takes a lot of time, and I feel like that's something that I would do or edit or update after I already upload the video, and that's something that I need to start doing just to at least be a little bit more professional. So I guess I'm doing a little bit of everything in this commentary. I'm going to be talking about little channel updates here and there. I did gain 1 subscriber, apparently, from what I checked off of the YouTube live subscriber count. So I was at 41 for the longest time, and I finally hit 42. So I'm like, that's pretty sweet. I'm excited. So somebody else, joined, Team Mitten, I guess I would say. So that's kind of exciting and everything. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee because coffee is delicious. Coffee. But yeah. And yeah, so it's been 2 weeks since I uploaded. I've been really busy at work and busy with personal life and just in general, like I always tell people, do the things that are, top priority for you first. Then you can, do hobbies or, fun things. And then also, like, even like Icy Cat, a guy that I have great love and respect for as a Rainbow Six Siege YouTuber. Not that I'm trying to use his name to get, views or anything like that. I'm just trying to mention, the guy has 3 kids. He's got a family. I think he's mentioned that he has somebody that's special needs in his family or something like that. So he has a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things to take care of before he can actually do YouTube. And he still manages to upload a lot more consistently than I do, actually. And I have a 40-hour-a-week job. Plus, I do work actually a second job because, something's got to, I got to pay bills. Nothing in this world is free, unfortunately. So you got to bust ass and work extremely hard to make money. And that's what makes me, be able to afford a nice laptop or, like this new blue Yeti mic and ultimately like batteries for the controller, headphones, and obviously, buying, video editing software. And like a lot of people don't realize how much money all that costs. It costs money to start up YouTube. So I would say in a ballpark range, about $1,000 is what it takes to start up YouTube. Especially if you want to have something that right away starts off pretty nice. And I went down the route of a simple, easy to use video editing software like HitFilm 4 Pro, which I bought, which I spent $350 on. I spent I think it was $200 on the Blue Yeti mic. Spent over $2,000 on a new laptop. Obviously I bought headphones, but I mean these are things that are actually only some of these things were needed really for my YouTube channel, which is like the laptop, the mic, such as that, the editing software. So roughly, anywhere between $500 to $1,000, or $500 to $1,000, really, if you really want to start a YouTube channel. And it takes time to grow, but I'm very blessed and very thankful for the fact that, within the time that I've been doing this, I got 42 subscribers. So I do want to say thank you to all of you that, support this channel. Really appreciate it. I like to see growth, even if it's like 1 subscriber a year, that really means a lot. Truly, that like a lot of people don't realize how much a subscriber really counts to somebody that's small, blah, 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 it's kind of hard for me to make a point when it's impromptu. Like a lot of people, they will actually rehearse what they're going to say. I don't. I just kind of turn on, I press the record on Audacity and I just talk into my mic and kind of whatever comes out, comes out. But now just kind of going back to other topics about video games. There's a lot of great games that are coming out as well. Shadow of War is coming out. Really excited for that. Obviously, we got Call of Duty World War II, which I will be pre-ordering and hopefully getting access to the beta so I can upload videos to that, which I will definitely do, but that's not until I think next month is when the beta comes out. Also, in other news for Destiny 2 is coming out. That's going to be interesting. However, I feel like Destiny, the first one, it was good to begin with, but then it felt like it lacked content. So hopefully they'll have more content in this one, but it kind of threw me off, and I'm almost like kind of don't want to go back to playing that game. It consumed me. It took up way too much fucking time, especially doing the loots and all that, or looting for shit to get loot and gear and all that other bullshit. It just takes too much time, and I just don't have the patience to do that anymore. Basically, the older you get, the less patience you have. And I notice a lot of people that are way younger than me play video games a lot better, and that's actually true. When you're younger, you're more efficient in things like video games. But the older you get, it's like, ugh. However, I mean, there are exceptions, to people that are, older than me that do really well, but they've been gaming forever and they stayed in that realm of gaming. So, let's see what else. Obviously, pretty soon we're going to get new content for Rainbow Six Siege, which we're going to get like a new map, a new operator, which I think is going to be a Grom operator, which is like an Eastern European country's operator, which is pretty fucking sweet. I'm looking forward to that. I'm always interested in European operators because there's a lot. I mean, like even in Russia, I don't know if they're even going to be allowed to do this, but if they were ever to add operators, they can add Russian Alpha Group, which is like a kind of like a really, really high tech, special operations force that is very shrouded in mystery. There's not much information about them online. There's very, very subtle, really easygoing, like your typical information. So I'm looking forward to new content to that. And when it comes to Hitman news, IO Interactive actually had parted ways from Square Enix, because Square Enix is it's a publisher, and they're very strict on a lot of things. And apparently IO Interactive in the Hitman series hasn't made enough money for, in the likes of, or in the eyes of Square Enix. And apparently they put IO Interactive for sale for somebody else to buy for, I think it was a $50 million. And ironically, IO Interactive did what I was really, really hoping, for them to do, is to actually take the time and buy themselves out so they can be free of a publisher. And now they can, they don't have restrictions on what they can do with their game. However, they don't have, somebody giving them a blank check or like a budget for, the upcoming content, like season 2 of Hitman, which should be coming out, I'm hoping, next year, which would be really awesome. Seeing that game grow, the series in general, that's something really fucking exciting, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really, really happy, and I'm really excited for IO Interactive. I'm so happy that they finally, unshackled themselves from a publisher, and my belief is, I think a lot of game developing studios should free themselves of a stupid publisher that gives them so many damn restrictions on so many different levels. And that's the reason why some of those AAA titles that everyone loves so much, you'll see the trailer at some point, and then you see the actual final product, and you're like, this is not even half of what you guys promised. Well, that's because the publisher says, well, no, that looks too good, blah, blah, blah. But technically speaking, wouldn't you think if it was that good or even better than the trailer, that you would make more money off of it if you did more than what you promised? Just common sense, but apparently it costs too much money to do that. And, knowing and understanding how sales and marketing works on a, kind of a mild level, shit like that doesn't make money. Catering to people does not make money. Being deceptive and lying to people with false promises, and then obviously little mini gimmicks like, like supply drops and all these other things, those things make money. DLC, that makes money. This shit will never change. They're going to start implementing, microtransactions in literally every single game, because that's what makes money. It's very unfortunate. It's something that I hate, but it's something that companies must do to make money, especially in today's time where, the simplest thing in a game could offend somebody, and somebody throws in a lawsuit and sues a big developing studio because they made a game. It's a fucking game, So that's like my point. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's why everyone tries to make as much money so they have profits, so they can pay their employees, so everybody makes money, and so they have that little bit saved on the side just in case they go through a lawsuit. And you look at how much money was spent for Grand Theft Auto on lawsuits, and I looked that up, and that was about as much as they made for Grand Theft Auto 5. So yeah, I really don't doubt the fact that, big developing studios and, publishing companies do everything they can to basically fuck the consumer, the gamer, when it comes to games, because they want to secure themselves from being screwed over by somebody throwing in a lawsuit over the most petty bullshit that could potentially offend somebody. It's almost like, dude, that defeats the purpose of creativity. Just get over your sensitive bullshit, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a game. It's not there to offend you. It's a game. You play it to immerse yourself in something that you will never be able to experience in real life. That's the purpose of a game, wouldn't you think? Haha. But anyway, I'm the Mint. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this completely impromptu commentary. If you did, definitely hit that like button. Definitely encourage people to leave me a comment. And if you want, subscribe, and I guess I could say hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload, which recently has not been really consistent at all. It's been about 2 weeks. But anywho, have a wonderful fucking day, and hopefully you enjoy this video. Peace.
last operator standing. Secure the container. Op 4 eliminated.